McMillan in the end zone. He's got it! And that's going to be a Panthers touchdown!
An NFL head coach has a serious job on the field as they manage all 53 men on the roster and lead them to battle each and every week for a chance to have a winning season. Many fans will judge these coaches for how the team performs every week, as some of these head coaches are under some intense pressure to succeed if their team sees on-field decline. Nevertheless, the head coach of an NFL team is an incredibly desirable position in all sports. So today, we're going to rank all 32 NFL head coaches from worst to first. Number 32, Todd Monken, Cleveland Browns. After an alright season as the Ravens offensive coordinator, Monken was hired as the Browns' next head coach following the Kevin Stefanski project flop. Stefanski was the team's offensive coordinator in 2019, but the team is incredibly different with Deshaun Watson, Shedeur Sanders, and Dylan Gabriel all fighting for the starting job. On top of that, the rest of the Browns roster has been in rebuild mode and has a lot of work to do in 2026. Number 31, Mike LaFleur, Arizona Cardinals. Matt LaFleur's younger brother finally gets his shot at being a head coach. However, much like the Browns, LaFleur enters the year with a quarterback situation involving Jacoby Brissett, Gardner Minshew, and rookie Carson Beck. LaFleur is a talented offensive coordinator who has gotten the best out of the offenses that he has coached, and the Cardinals' offense will likely take a step forward under his watch. Still, it's gonna have to make a couple more adjustments in the 2027 season. Number 30, Aaron Glenn, New York Jets. Glenn's coming off a brutal 2025 season in which the Jets not only finished the year with a 3-14 record, but also threw no interceptions. The Jets made some upgrades to the roster with the additions of Geno Smith, Minkah Fitzpatrick, and Demario Davis, but it's not a great roster compared to other teams. If the Jets continue to struggle under Aaron Glenn's watch, don't be surprised if the Jets ownership shows him the exit by the conclusion of the season. Number 29, Todd Bowles, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ranking Bowles this low may shock some people, as, we've watched his Bucs make the playoffs in 3 straight years, minus the 2025 season. Sure, that Bucs roster's talented, but they are gonna have to play real competitively in every single game possible and win those close nail-biters. Because of the team's collapse in the 2025 season, the 2026 season is potentially Bowles' last chance to right the ship before it's finally too late. Number 28, Jeff Hafley, Miami Dolphins. Hafley was a head coach before, during his tenure at Boston College, until he became the Packers' defensive coordinator and earned his first NFL head coaching gig. Hafley inherits a Dolphins team that has been stripped down of most of its talent outside of Devon Achane, and now he's got to lead them through a tough rebuilding season. Number 27, Joe Brady, Buffalo Bills. Brady was promoted from offensive coordinator to head coach after Sean McDermott was shown the door. Brady was the offensive coordinator for the LSU Tigers that won the 2019-2020 College Football National Championship and is a capable offensive play caller in the league, especially with Josh Allen. So we're just gonna have to wait and see if that actually translates to his head coaching role. Number 26, Clint Kubiak, Las Vegas Raiders. Kubiak joins a rebuilding Raiders team after helping the Seahawks win Super Bowl 60 against the Patriots, bringing an impressive offensive resume to a team that desperately needs a new spark of life. Kubiak must navigate a competitive AFC West with veteran Kirk Cousins and rookie Fernando Mendoza, all while rebuilding the Raiders as a whole just to stay competitive in 2026. Number 25, Zach Taylor, Cincinnati Bengals. Taylor's Bengals haven't had much luck as of late, as they've missed the playoffs for 3 straight seasons and have dealt with a number of injuries on both sides of the ball. Taylor's coaching seat is getting a little warmer, so unless the team turns things around and all the roster adjustments that they made during the offseason bear fruit for him and the team, well, he might be shown the door sooner rather than later. Number 24, Jesse Minter, Baltimore Ravens. After firing John Harbaugh, the Ravens hired Jesse Minter, who coached an incredibly talented Chargers defense with limited star players, and now he inherits a defense with numerous stars. Although Minter's resume is impressive, he's still got to prove it with the Ravens in the 2026 season by getting them back to the playoffs for the first time since 2024. Number 23, Robert Saleh, Tennessee Titans. After being the 49ers defensive coordinator, Saleh's back in the head coaching seat, leading the Titans for the 2026 season. He has a slightly better roster than he did with the Jets here. Saleh is a great defensive mind who inherits a Titans team that ranked 21st in total defense. However, can Saleh get the Titans on the winning track, or will issues appear similar to the Jets? We're just gonna have to wait and find out. Number 22, Kellen Moore, New Orleans Saints. Although Moore's Saints finished last in the NFC South, the team had a nice run with quarterback Tyler Shuck, entering year 2 now as the team's full-time starter. Moore's a great offensive mind who has the potential to coach this team to an NFC South championship. But, of course, that's going to depend on how the competition is within the division. Number 21, Brian Schottenheimer, Dallas Cowboys. Schottenheimer was a surprising hire for the Cowboys in the 2025 season, but he's done a decent job maintaining the offense during his first season as head coach. The Cowboys must take that next step forward with the hiring of defensive coordinator Christian Parker just to have a fighting chance to make a playoff run. Number 20, Mike McCarthy, Pittsburgh Steelers. After Mike Tomlin stepped down as head coach, the Steelers hired Mike McCarthy, who may not have fresh ideas, but he has a track record of winning, especially with Aaron Rodgers when he and the Packers won Super Bowl 45. Although it's been over a decade since that Super Bowl victory, and, well, he hasn't really had much postseason success in recent years, his familiarity with Rodgers should keep the Steelers afloat in the AFC North. Number 19, Dave Canales, Carolina Panthers. Even though Canales' Panthers finished the 2025 season with an 8-9 record, it was still good enough to win the division and appear in the playoffs. Canales got the best out of Bryce Young and has a young upcoming defense playing some gritty football as well, which gives the Panthers some hope heading into the 2026 season. All they need to do now is take that next step forward. Number 18, Kevin Stefanski, Atlanta Falcons. The two-time Coach of the Year winner finds a new home with the Falcons, which has a loaded offense containing Bijan Robinson, Drake London, and Kyle Pitts. But they got a huge question mark at quarterback as Michael Penix Jr. and Tua Tagovailoa compete for the starting job. It's hard to argue that Stefanski was the problem in Cleveland, as their roster was just terrible. The Falcons roster has a much better unit for Stefanski to work with, but he's got to figure out that quarterback situation very soon. Number 17, Shane Steichen, Indianapolis Colts. Steichen is a great offensive-minded head coach who gets the best out of the Colts offense, but the team hasn't made the playoffs in any of the years that he's coached them. The Colts had a great 2025 season before Daniel Jones' Achilles injury, and Steichen must replicate the first half of 2025 for all of 2026 if the Colts want to have a fighting chance of reaching the playoffs. Number 16, Dan Quinn, Washington Commanders. During Quinn's first season with the Commanders, he coached the team to the NFC Championship game before losing to the Eagles. In 2025, the team dealt with some injuries and struggled mightily. Quinn and the Commanders must bounce back in 2026. Otherwise, it'll be a rough look for him and the team. He has the talent to make things competitive in this upcoming season. He just has to make it work. Number 15, Liam Cohen, Jacksonville Jaguars. Cohen bounced around the college ranks and the NFL as an offensive coordinator and made the Jaguars' offense more potent by improving Trevor Lawrence's performance and coaching the team to win the AFC South and earn a playoff appearance. Although the Jaguars didn't address much during the offseason, Cohen's got to continue to keep that team's offense afloat in this upcoming regular season. Number 14, Ben Johnson, Chicago Bears. When Ben Johnson was hired by the Bears in 2025, the impact was felt immediately, as Caleb Williams took a drastic step forward, led the Bears to win the NFC North, and helped them earn a playoff win against the Packers. If Johnson can coach the Bears to a second straight NFC North championship, well, he'll cement himself as one of the best to get hired in the Windy City. Number 13, Jim Harbaugh, Los Angeles Chargers. Harbaugh and the Chargers may have made the playoffs in 2025, but their offensive line was a complete disaster, with Justin Herbert running away for his life. With a healthier offensive line heading into the 2026 season, Harbaugh and the Bolts must take that next step forward in the playoffs and avoid losing in the first round. Number 12, John Harbaugh, New York Giants. After getting fired by the Ravens, Harbaugh joining the Giants feels like a breath of fresh air for a team that desperately needs it. Even though Super Bowl 47 was over a decade ago, Harbaugh brings a championship mentality to a rebuilding Giants squad, with the hopes that he'll be able to take the team out of purgatory and back into the playoffs. Number 11, Nick Sirianni, Philadelphia Eagles. Sirianni and the Eagles are coming off back-to-back NFC East wins, a Super Bowl 59 win 2 seasons ago, and an incredibly talented roster. However, his tenure's been a little strange, as the team's locker room has been filled with dysfunction and turmoil. The Eagles' offense falls apart near the end of the seasons whenever Kellen Moore or Shane Steichen aren't defensive coordinators. And because of that, Sirianni has found himself on the hot seat and must keep that offense together for 2026. Number 10, Kevin O'Connell, Minnesota Vikings. O'Connell is a quarterback whisperer who is known for getting the best out of his quarterbacks, but J.J. McCarthy struggled in 2025, and the team has named former Cardinal Kyler Murray as the team starter in 2026. If O'Connell can resurrect Murray's career, as he did for Kirk Cousins and Sam Darnold, it would be one of the greatest works of his as a head coach. Number 9. DeMeco Ryans, Houston Texans. Despite dealing with offensive line issues and CJ Stroud playing inconsistently, Ryan's defense has done a solid job keeping that team together. The Texans have been very consistent under Ryan's leadership, but they gotta earn a win in the divisional round of the playoffs and punch their ticket to the AFC Championship game. Number 8. Dan Campbell, Detroit Lions. Campbell is one of the most beloved head coaches in the league right now, as he and the Lions have been complete underdogs, proven so many wrong during the 2023 and 2024 seasons. Now, even though the Lions missed the playoffs in 2025, Campbell is still a great coach. But that Lions defense has to stay healthy and hopefully rebound under Campbell's watch. Number 7. Matt LaFleur, Green Bay Packers. During LaFleur's tenure as head coach of the Packers, the team has made the playoffs 6 of the last 7 seasons. However, they've not won the NFC North since the 2021 season and have not won a playoff game since 2023. Sure, the Packers will perform well during the regular season, but LaFleur and the Packers need to rebound in the playoffs, when it matters most. Number 6. Mike Vrabel, New England Patriots. Ever since Vrabel was hired as the Patriots head coach, this team has seen a massive turnaround, capturing the AFC East and appearing in Super Bowl 60. Even though the Patriots roster still has some issues to address, Vrabel's tough and physical coaching will help keep this team afloat in the AFC East as they try to compete against the Bills. Number 5. Mike McDonald, Seattle Seahawks. Even though the Seahawks faced some backlash for letting Pete Carroll walk and hiring McDonald, the results so far have been incredibly rewarding, as McDonald guided the team to a Super Bowl 60 victory. McDonald's Seahawks roster is strong, incredibly talented, and has all the potential to make another serious run in the heavily competitive NFC West. Number 4. Sean Payton, Denver Broncos. Ever since 2023, Payton has revitalized the Broncos, making them a serious playoff contender with the emergence of Bo Nix and the team's defense under defensive coordinator Vance Joseph. Payton and the Broncos came close to appearing in Super Bowl 60, but Nix injured his ankle in the divisional round against the Bills. Nix will be healthier for the 2026 season, and the team needs to stay competitive on all sides of the ball in that competitive AFC West. Number 3. Kyle Shanahan, San Francisco 49ers. Despite the 49ers dealing with an injury-riddled roster in recent years, Shanahan has been able to keep the team afloat as a playoff contender, appearing in 2 Super Bowls even though they lost both of them. Sure, Shanahan gets some of the blame for the state of the 49ers, but that blame shouldn't take away from how he makes lemonade with the talent that he has on that roster. Heck, he won a playoff game against the Eagles last season. Shanahan does have his work cut out for him in 2026, as both the Rams and Seahawks are both incredibly competitive. Number 2. Andy Reid, Kansas City Chiefs. Despite the injured roster and missing the playoffs for the first time since 2014, Reid is still one heck of a coach who can get the best out of his players. Reid's Chiefs will likely return to playoff contention in 2026 as Patrick Mahomes is looking healthy and the Chiefs' defense under Steve Spagnuolo will have new tricks up their sleeves. Number 1. Sean McVay, Los Angeles Rams. McVay has been one of the league's most energetic coaches to play under, as he has cooked a winning formula for the Rams ever since he was hired in 2017, which has resulted in a Super Bowl 56 championship so far. Even though the Rams didn't quite make Super Bowl 60, they acquired some more defensive talent to give their roster the necessary boost for a chance at making and potentially winning Super Bowl 61. But hey, who do you think is currently the best head coach in the league? Who do you think's the worst? Do you agree with the choices we made on our list? Let us know in the comment section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, then hey, clicking the like button helps us out a ton. And we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.